What's up, everybody? Decided to switch it up and just record from the phone today instead of from Zoom and on the computer for Storytime Saturday. Storytime Saturday today is going to be titled "The Future NFL Player." The reason I'm titling it because that former student is probably going to play in the NFL. So let me tell you about this student. When I received him, let me back up even a little bit more. My mentor teacher told me in the district I was in at the time, he said, if you get a student in the middle of the year, guaranteed they're probably going to be some type of behavior issue. I was like, oh, man. So I did get this student somewhere toward the middle of the year, not quite the middle of the year. And then when his mom came and brought him, and she pulled me out into the hallway, and I was like, oh, boy, I already know what's up. And she was like, hey, she basically let me know that, he had some challenges at his last school. And I was like, all right, cool. So, but check this out. First day I had him, we were doing a social studies assignment, going through a story, not a passage or article or something like that. And I asked kind of like a higher order question, and his answer was just through the roof. I was like, okay, I think I might got some here. Might got me a star here. Brilliant kid. So, I worked with him, but he still was he wasn't necessarily actually having any behavioral challenges right away. And honestly, the reason they put him with me, because they say, oh, Mr. Short strict, so we're going to put him with him, even though I'm not strict, as people think. So he had those challenges. And then he kept talking about he was in the bad kids class. He's in the bad kids class. And I was like, hey, you got to let that go. You're in the greatness room now. Remember, my room was the greatness room my first year. So move forward. He actually ended up excelling, doing quite well. Because even performance-wise, he wasn't doing that well academically before, kind of just middle of the road. By the end of the year, he's an all-A student. And one of the most, the funniest things, funny, not so funny story, I went to a training, and I was talking to some of the teachers from his old school, and I was like, yeah, I got this kid, blah, 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 from your school. And I told him his name, and I was like, oh, so you're the male teacher we heard about. That wasn't necessarily a good thing. Apparently his mom had sent like a whole email talking about how he's doing good now and all that stuff. So it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things going on sometimes from kids that are, have behavioral challenges. So I had him the second year when my room became a phenomenal room. And this student, he actually ended up doing quite well, mastering both of his STAR tests. He had a lot of challenges that year. It was kind of up and down, a lot of things going on. So it wasn't perfect. So it wasn't smooth sailings, but he kind of let go a lot of that aggression that he showed at school. And that's going to be very important. So as we move forward, he actually was a kid that was an elite athlete. I think he might have even stopped playing football during that time because of some of his behavior issues. And so he started back playing football in middle school. And then as he's now in high school, he's doing well. Last year, he was on the JV team as a ninth grader, which is pretty good here in Texas. To be on JV at ninth grade. And apparently, I saw his mom posted that he actually had moved up last year doing ninth grade to the varsity team. So he's pretty good. And then now in 10th grade, he's a starter at right tackle for his team. So I'm actually going to add two little clips here at the end of this video. But I'm just so proud of him. And I've always said that he'd probably be in the NFL. Look at his size. He's already 6'5", 275. And he was a big kid even when I had him. But he could move. He was coordinated, smart, very aggressive. And the thing I just noticed, like as somebody who used to do a little bit of scouting stuff and understand how that works, and have a couple friends that are coaches, he's naturally just very aggressive. And he finishes on plays. So I'm just like, wow. But he still has that mentality that I love, though. Because I know I went to go watch him play last year, and he said, I asked him, how he did. He was something else like, I didn't play that well. And I watched he played pretty good. So he still has that mentality of, I have to be the best. And not necessarily perfectionism, but he wants to be the best. So, listen, Storytime Saturday, future NFL player, I really do think that he's going to take it to that level, as long as he keeps his nose clean, all those good things. I think he will, and I think he'll be an elite college prospect first, and then make it to the NFL. So I get to brag that I had a student in my room that playing in the NFL someday, probably in the next 10 years. So thank y'all for listening. This has been Jay Short. Make sure to catch me on all platforms. Follow me on TikTok. Hey, share some of your stories of your students from within the classroom as well. Peace out.